So there's a lot of confusion in terms of whether you should do the LLM or should you do the NCA exams on your own. Now, this video is solely my personal opinion. I did things very differently than anybody else would do. And again, I will explain to you my logic in terms of the things that I did and why I did them. It's entirely up to you at the end of the day to figure out what you would like to do and what your path is going to look like. First of all, you have to understand what is the LLM program. Now, the LLM, Masters of Law, there are two types of LLMs available for foreign law graduates in Canada. I will only be talking about the ones in Toronto, and more specifically, just the one that I did, which was at Osgoode. So at Osgoode, there are different types of LLM programs. So as you might know, a Master of Laws is pretty much a specialization. So if you want to specialize in a particular area of the law, you can do a master's. Now, Osgoode offers different types of specializations: international business law, health law, intellectual property, different types of specialization. So that's that's a type of LLM. Okay, so on one hand, it's specialization, so right here. On the other end, foreign law graduates can enroll in an LLM, so this one, which is known as the Canadian Common Law LLM. So you're not specializing in anything. All you're doing is taking NCA courses. So like general law degree courses, criminal, contracts, whatever, family, whatever the NCA requirements are, you take all of those courses as part of the Canadian Common Law LLM. So you're not specializing in anything. All you're doing is just fulfilling your NCA requirements and just stating that you have the LLM. Okay, so this is how I see it. Sometimes people see it differently. People think that, oh, I'm getting an LLM and I'm also fulfilling the NCA requirements, which is great. However, I don't see it that way. My way of thinking is that, I would rather specialize. So for instance, LLM in international business law, because that specialization can help me get somewhere. So for instance, if I go up to an employer and say, I did an LLM in Canadian common law. So in my opinion, that's not a specialization. People can disagree if they'd like, but my opinion is based off a lot of other things as well. I was interested in more, learning more about international business law. And so that's why I did the LLM. And I did not use my LLM to fulfill my NCA requirements. So I didn't do that. A lot of people do it. So they do the Canadian common law one, and then they just fulfill all of their NCA requirements. So hopefully that is clear now. There are two types of LLMs. When people say, oh, do I need to take the NCA courses after I complete the LLM? It depends. If you took the one with the NCA courses, you don't have to. But if you're specializing, then you have to write the NCA exam, and that's what I did. Okay, now there's also a twist here. Sometimes people, when they do a specialization, for instance, international business law, they can take a few NCA courses. So maybe 2 to 3 NCA courses as part of the LLM. That's something that you can do as well, which I think is good. You get the specialization and you can take a couple of courses. I did not do that because I wanted to take courses that were different, like international taxation, international business law, international commercial arbitration. So that's something that's different. The question I'd like to address is, why did I do it? A lot of people think that, why would you do the LLM and then do the NCAs, whereas you could have just done both in both in a year. Now, my logic for doing that is a little bit different than what other people think. And I'll just state why I did it. The reason why I did it that way is because I want to expand my knowledge and I wanted to do a specialization. Like I said, I wanted to specialize in international business law, and this specialization has really helped me in my career. So I've gotten into a lot of different positions because I know a lot about international law. So that's why it made more sense, and it has been good for me so far. So I did that. Now the NCA exams, I feel like you can study on your own. You don't really need too much guidance per se. So if I am spending a lot of money, I would rather spend it on a specialization as well as courses that I can't learn on my own. NCA courses you can learn on your own. I don't think you really need to go somewhere and you can you can study on your own and you should be fine. But some of the courses that I took for my master's were really interesting ones. For instance, international commercial arbitration, international taxation. These are courses that you can't really understand on your own. So that was my logic, and it's been good so far. I enjoyed my master's a lot more than I enjoyed doing the NCA exams on my own. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's entirely up to you what you would like to do. But there are different types of LLMs that you can enroll in, and it's up to you if you'd like to specialize or you just like to fulfill the NCA requirements. So I hope that this was helpful. This was a short video just for you to understand the difference between the LLM and the NCA. If you'd like me to talk more about my experience in the LLM program, please let me know, and I'm happy to do it. But I think that this was much needed for you to understand the difference. And yeah, if you'd like to learn more about it, just please comment in the section below. Thanks for watching, guys.